Hey there, my friend. Welcome back to Primetime Wisdom, the place where we celebrate aging with grace, power, and peace. If you're new here, this channel is all about helping people over 50 live well, stay healthy, and find joy in every single day. Whether it's about getting better sleep, eating well, keeping active, or simply finding moments of calm, we're here to walk that path together. Today, we're going to talk about something many women over 50 experience, but often feel alone in: waking up between 3 and 5 in the morning. That quiet, almost eerie hour when the world is asleep, but your eyes are wide open, your thoughts are spinning, and rest feels like a distant memory. If that sounds like your story, you're not alone. And you're certainly not broken. Let me reassure you, this isn't just insomnia or bad luck. These early morning wake-ups can actually be your body's way of signaling something deeper, emotionally, physically, or spiritually. The good news? You don't have to suffer through them or fear them anymore. In fact, today, I'm going to walk you through 5 powerful, science-backed strategies you can start using immediately to transform those restless hours into healing ones. So grab a warm drink, wrap yourself in something cozy, and let's gently walk through this together. Oh, and before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to Primetime Wisdom if you haven't already. And if this video brings you even a small sense of comfort or clarity, please consider sharing it with someone else who might need it. Now, let's begin. Let's start with the big question. Why does this happen? Why do so many women, especially over 50, find themselves suddenly wide awake between 3 and 5 in the morning, staring at the ceiling, wondering what's going on? First, let's talk about hormones. As we age, estrogen and progesterone levels naturally decline. These two hormones don't just play a role in reproduction, they're also critical to how we sleep. Estrogen helps regulate the sleep cycle, while progesterone promotes deeper, more restful sleep. When their levels drop, sleep becomes lighter and more fragmented. That means it's much easier to wake up at the slightest disturbance, whether it's a creaky floorboard, a change in temperature, or just your own thoughts running wild. Then there's cortisol, our body's main stress hormone. Cortisol follows a rhythm, rising gradually in the early morning to help us wake up. But when we're under chronic stress, or even carrying around subtle emotional tension, our bodies may start pumping out cortisol too early. That can wake us up before the sun, feeling anxious or unsettled, even when there's no obvious reason. Let's not forget a more practical issue: your bladder. As we get older, our kidneys produce more urine at night, and our bladder's ability to hold it diminishes. Combine that with lighter sleep, and you've got a recipe for frequent nighttime bathroom trips. Here's the important part, though. Waking up at this time isn't a sign that something's wrong. It's your body asking for attention, gently, or not so gently, nudging you to make a change. And instead of fighting it, we can learn to work with it. Because how you respond in those quiet, early hours can set the tone for your whole day. Strategy 1, stop fighting it. So, you wake up and glance at the clock. It's 3:15 a.m., or maybe 4:07, and instantly, your mind starts racing. Why am I awake? I need to sleep. I have a full day tomorrow. Sound familiar? Here's the first and most powerful strategy: stop fighting it. Now, I know that sounds completely counterintuitive, but when we resist being awake, when we get frustrated or panicked, our brains become more alert. Our heart rate increases, our muscles tense, and we release even more stress hormones. It turns into a vicious cycle. The harder you try to force sleep, the more elusive it becomes. Instead, try this. Start with a few deep, calming breaths. Inhale gently through your nose for 4 seconds, hold it for 2, and then exhale slowly through your mouth for 6. Do this 3 times. It helps reset your nervous system and lets your body know it's safe to relax. Then, shift your position slightly. Sit up a little, fluff your pillow, or tuck a blanket around your shoulders. Maybe even take a small sip of water. These tiny movements break the mental pattern of panic and help you recenter. And here's the mindset shift. Don't see this as a problem. See it as a quiet moment, a soft space in the middle of the night just for you. One of our longtime subscribers told us she started treating these wake-ups as a gift. I stopped wrestling with sleep, she said, and oddly enough, I started falling back asleep faster. The truth is, surrender is often the very thing that allows rest to return. The night doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be peaceful. Strategy 2. Rehydrate gently and wisely. Let's talk about something surprisingly powerful: hydration. You might not realize it, but even mild dehydration can mess with your sleep. That dry mouth you notice when you wake up around 3 or 4 a.m. Or those little leg cramps that seem to pop up right when you're trying to get comfortable again. Those are subtle ways your body is waving a little flag, saying, I need a little help here. Here's a gentle solution. Keep a small glass of room temperature water by your bedside. Not ice cold, that can jolt your system, but something soothing and easy to sip. When you wake up, take a slow, small sip. Just enough to hydrate your mouth and throat, and to tell your body, I hear you. Want to take it a step further? Try adding a pinch of Himalayan salt or a splash of fresh lemon juice. These simple ingredients offer trace minerals and electrolytes your body may be lacking during the night, especially if you've been sweating or not drinking enough water during the day. And no, it won't overstimulate your digestion like a big glass of water might. It's gentle, effective, and sleep-friendly. One of our community members, Carol, she's in her 60s, shared that she started doing this every night. Just a sip or two of lightly salted water when she woke up. And she said the results were noticeable. Her legs stopped twitching, she fell back asleep faster, and she woke up feeling clearer and more refreshed. Sometimes it's not about big changes. It's the small, consistent habits that make all the difference. Try it tonight. Your body might just thank you by letting you drift peacefully back to sleep. Strategy 3. Write it out. This one is a quiet gem, and honestly, a personal favorite. If you ever find yourself awake at 3 or 4 a.m. with your mind racing, thoughts jumping from one worry to another like popcorn in a hot pan, try this. Write it out. Keep a small notebook or journal by your bed. Nothing fancy. It doesn't have to be a gratitude journal or a leather-bound diary. Just something you can grab without even turning on a bright light. When the mental noise kicks in, the to-do lists, the unfinished conversations, the anxieties, put pen to paper. Write exactly what's on your mind. Don't worry about spelling, grammar, or making it sound pretty. This is not for anyone else. It's just for you. What's the point? Well, writing helps move thoughts out of your head and onto the page. That simple act creates distance. It tells your brain, I've acknowledged this. I don't need to keep it spinning. Interestingly, traditional Chinese medicine links the 3 to 5 a.m. window with the lungs and the emotion of grief. That doesn't always mean deep sorrow. It could be unexpressed feelings, memories, or stress your body is quietly carrying. Journaling can be a form of gentle release. I remember a woman named Marie, in her early 70s, who started journaling during her early wake-ups. She told me she didn't find all the answers in her notebook, but she found space. And in that space, her mind softened. Her breathing slowed. Sometimes, she even drifted back to sleep mid-sentence. So next time your mind starts spinning before dawn, don't fight it. Pick up your pen. Let the paper hold what your heart can't. It's one of the simplest ways to find peace in the quiet hours. Strategy 4. Shift the energy with gentle movement. So you've tried breathing, had a sip of water, maybe even jotted down your thoughts, and yet you're still wide awake. What now? It might be time to gently move your body. Now, I'm not talking about doing push-ups at 4 a.m. This is about soft, deliberate movement that tells your nervous system, you're safe. You can relax. Think of it as giving your body a nudge back into balance. Start by sitting up in bed and doing slow neck rolls. Inhale as you tilt your head to one side. Exhale as you roll it forward and to the other side. Then, try a few gentle shoulder circles or a simple forward fold, letting your arms dangle and your head hang. These movements help release physical tension that may have built up while you were tossing and turning. One of my favorite techniques is legs up the wall pose. If you're able, swing your legs up against the wall while lying on your back and rest there for 5 to 10 minutes. It calms the heart rate, improves circulation, and signals your body to move into rest and digest mode. And here's the key. Keep it slow, quiet, and intentional. No bright lights, no screens. Just you, reconnecting with your breath and your body. One of our viewers, Helen, shared that she started doing gentle stretching when she woke up too early. She said it felt like giving her body a reassuring hug, and more often than not, it helped her ease back into sleep, or at least feel more at peace with being awake. Movement doesn't have to be dramatic to be powerful. Sometimes, just shifting your energy is enough to shift your whole night. Strategy 5. Set a gentle intention, not a deadline. Here's something that might surprise you. One of the biggest blocks to falling back asleep is trying too hard to fall back asleep. When we wake up between 3 and 5 a.m., it's so tempting to immediately check the clock and think, oh no, only 2 more hours until morning. I have to fall asleep now. But that urgency? It spikes cortisol. It shifts your brain from rest into problem-solving mode. And suddenly, sleep feels farther away than ever. Instead, try this. Set a gentle intention. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and tell yourself something simple like, this is a time for rest. I allow my body to relax. Sleep will come if it needs to. No pressure, no countdown. Just permission to be. You're not failing at sleep. You're just in a moment of stillness. And your body can still restore itself even if you're not fully asleep. Resting peacefully, without stress or tension, still benefits your heart, your brain, and your hormones. Some women like to use this time to silently repeat a calming phrase or mantra, such as, I am safe. I am held. I am healing. Others imagine a peaceful place, like floating on a calm lake or walking through a quiet forest. These visualizations can gently guide your mind away from racing thoughts and back into the rhythm of rest. One of our longtime subscribers, Darlene, told us that this shift in mindset changed everything. I stopped fighting the clock, she said, and I started blessing the stillness. And that's when sleep started coming back. So the next time you find yourself awake in those early hours, don't reach for control, reach for calm. So there you have it, my friend. If you're an older woman waking up between 3 and 5 a.m., please know this. You are not alone, and you are certainly not powerless. These early morning wake-ups aren't a failure of your body or mind. They're simply signals, asking for a little care and attention. And now, you have 5 gentle strategies to lean on. Stop fighting it. Hydrate wisely. Write it out. Move your body softly. Soothe your mind with sound. Try one tonight. Or try them all, little by little. Listen to what your body responds to. Some nights, you might need stillness. Other nights, your mind may ask for release. There's no wrong answer, only kindness and curiosity. And above all, give yourself grace. You deserve rest. You deserve comfort. You deserve peace, even in the quiet hours before dawn. If this video brought you a moment of comfort or insight, would you share it with a friend who might need it too? Sometimes the best medicine is simply knowing someone else understands. And if you haven't subscribed to Primetime Wisdom yet, I truly hope today is the day. We've got so much more goodness coming your way. Stories, tips, and encouragement to help you live fully, age joyfully, and stay deeply connected to what matters. Until next time, sleep well, stay kind to yourself, and know that you are deeply, beautifully enough, exactly as you are. Good night, dear one.